Hi.
Hola, hi.
Hola.
Hallo, guten Abend.
Can you hear me? All good?
So
Can you all hear me?
yeah.
Okay, cool, good.
So how is it going? How is this Eurovision experience going so far?
Yeah, well, every day is more crazy than the day before. I just came from a TV studio from a German live show, and I just see this is live as well. I didn't even know that. So, okay.
Surprise!
Yeah, and the day before yesterday, we met the King of England, or
Oh, wow.
Great Britain, which was an interesting experience, not expected. And yeah, the days are like that every day something new. And yeah, it's been an incredible journey so far. So we're really looking forward to all the things coming now.
Yeah, we saw the video with the King of England. How was this meeting? Like, how did it happen?
Well, actually, when you are a celebrity of the size of a king, then everything is super organized to the second. So yeah, we had like our spot where we should stay. There was a line on the floor drawn on the floor where we had to stand, and then it was like, okay, the king is coming in 3 minutes. He's coming in 2 minutes and 45 seconds, and blah blah blah. So. And yeah, so there was time windows for everything. Everything was super organized. But the meeting itself was very friendly, very human. He was talking in a quiet and nice voice, and it was very nice.
So did he tell you anything about if he was going to be watching Eurovision or?
The thing is, we are 5 people, so we
Yeah.
were like standing in line, and he started with me, and I told him something. Then he asked a question, and the person next to me, our keyboarder, answered the question. Then he moved on to the next one and the next one, and in the meantime, Camilla then approached me and talked to me, and then some German politicians came. So the moment where Charles has reached the end of the line, the last member of the band, I was already talking to like the third person in a row. So, but all in all, he wished us good luck with everything, and yeah, so he was nice. It was very nice, and I'm pretty sure he likes some good old rock and roll, and will watch the show on TV on May 13. I want to believe that.
I'm sure it is.
Well, first of all, how are you dealing with all the preparations for Liverpool? What are you rehearsing the most for your performance?
Nothing.
Good.
There is at the moment there is nothing we can rehearse because at the moment all things are being set up and so on, and what will be rehearsed then is mainly the camera setup. Like, so we're doing staging rehearsals in 2 weeks, I think. It's 2 days just me with the cameras, because the 2 guys directly behind me, our guitar player and bass player, Klaas and Pai, they have their ways on stage, and as long as they are looking in my direction all the time, the cameras will catch them. Our drummer and our keyboarder, they are high up there on their things. It's gonna be like in the German finals, but way bigger. So they do not even have to take care of the camera. They just do their thing. So at the moment we cannot rehearse anything because everything is being set up. And then we have the staging rehearsal, which is mainly me talking to the cameras. Camera 1, 2, 3, and we're rehearsing all of that.
Interesting.
And as soon as that is done, the rehearsals in Liverpool start with the stand-in doubles with
Yes.
other people on stage, like for weeks. In the meantime, we're going on tour in South America and Mexico.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
And then we come back on May 1st, and on May 3rd we're gonna go to Liverpool, and then we start rehearsing. You know, the thing is, when I say we're not rehearsing, it sounds so like we're lazy. We're not lazy at all. But we don't have dancers. We don't have a choreography. We don't have like, it's a band performance, and it's only me needing to know when to go, when to talk to which camera. And this is something we do on April 19th and April 20th. So it's 2 full days of just camera rehearsals.
Good.
That's so interesting. So you have had a long career and lots of success. So why did you decide that now was the moment to go to Eurovision?
We did not decide. Other people decided that for us, because we were writing applications to Eurovision Song Contest for many, many years. We started trying that many years ago. At first, just because we were curious. It was like, why not? Why not try this? We were all like big Eurovision fans since we were kids. We watched the show and we wanted to be on that stage one day. So we just tried. And then you get denied every year. And when you get denied every year, you're like, now I want it even more. And then you never stop and you keep on going. And so in the end, we decided that a long time ago when we started trying to be part of it. And now it was, the German organizers who did the German finals who decided finally, okay, this year it's time for these guys. They are so annoying for so many years. Let's just give them a chance.
That's so cool.
Yeah. No, that was
and also
that was just a joke, of course. It's not like that wasn't the reason why they took us, but many things came together. Actually, like our visual concept is much darker, but with the whole Blood and Glitter album, we did this visual glam rock revival.
Yeah.
And the sound is super 80s mixed with metal at the moment, which is something we decided without even thinking of Eurovision. It was just something that we liked. So, by accident, we and Eurovision somehow fit together this year. And the German people who actually decide which band is going into the German finals, they saw that it was like that this time, so they decided to take us.
Good.
Yeah, so why Blood and Glitter? Can you tell us a bit why it's this combination a bit weird? Like usually they are not two concepts that go together. Why did you decide to mix them?
Let me check something if I have it here. No, sadly I don't. There is one very important photographer who started his photography career in the 70s, mainly in England, and his name was Mick Rock, and he did all these famous photographies of David Bowie, Queen or Freddie Mercury solo, Debbie Harry, the Stooges, all these bands from that time, mainly in England. And he was the photographer who kind of visualized this whole early glam rock and glam pop era in England. And he released a photo book 20 years ago called Blood and Glitter.
Oh, wow.
And someone gave that photo book to me like 20 years ago, and I loved it because early glam rock and especially David Bowie was one of the first artists that I really fell in love with. And then I forgot about that book, and I found it like 2 years ago, and it was like, wow, Blood and Glitter. I looked at the book, it was like, Blood and Glitter, why isn't there an album called like that? And I talked to the guys in my band and said like, hey, do you guys feel like doing something more colorful for the next record? And it can be such a nice contrast when you look at Blood and Glitter, and blood is everything inside us. It's our elixir of life. It's love. It's oxygen. It's everything that keeps us alive. And glitter is like the world around us, and also like as a visual band, which is so much connected to fashion and stuff. It was so interesting, these contrasts in Blood and Glitter. And the guys of the band loved the concept, and so we said, "Come on, let's do an album, and of course a song." And that's the story.
Lovely. So you basically you radically changed your aesthetics for this new album, right?
Yes, we do that every time. We change our aesthetics and also the music genre a bit for every album. We always try to create a new world. Talking about David Bowie, this is something he did all his life. He did a new record, so he came up with a new character, new visuals, a
Yeah,
new
that's right.
genre, new styles, and this is what we do. Of course, we are always like somehow rock and metal or in between, but we always take one concept and we follow that concept, and then we change again. So when we release our next album in 2 years, it will be radically different from Blood and Glitter.
And are we going to see these aesthetics somehow in your performance and in your outfits?
Yes, absolutely. Like when a song is called Blood and Glitter, of course we stick to the gold and red thing. We don't come on stage with yellow and green and blue, or I don't know,
Yeah.
you know. And if you've seen the music video and the show from the preliminary decision from the German finals, it's the same direction, but of course we are changing some things. So the outfits are going to be updated. The show will have more fire. The stage elements will be much higher, and so on. There we will be showing much more skin. It will be more sexy. I'm going to wear high heels and all these kind of things. So it will be what you have seen so far, just bigger.
Bigger. Good.
That's so interesting. So we saw in your YouTube channel that you did some covers from other songs from ULFL. So maybe will we see some covers from Eurovision songs, or is there any that you would like to cover?
Yes, actually, I wanted to try a different concept, which involves artists from different countries. My first idea was like, maybe we can take the chorus of Blood and Glitter and translate it into different languages and do some mashup videos with like a Spanish artist, an Italian artist, a Swedish artist, and so on, and do like these TikTok do-it videos. The thing is, we're gonna do some of these, but in this case, we have to wait for the other artists to do something. And you know, musicians, sometimes they need a while to get things done.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, so it was just yesterday where I decided, I talked to Jared, our piano player, was like, hey, come on. Let's do the same thing like we did with the German songs. Let's cover the other songs. We cannot possibly cover 36. Is it 36 in total? 37?
37?
Okay. So
Yeah.
we cannot possibly cover 36 other songs. You know, like we need with like arranging stuff and recording it, filming it, doing the edit, exporting the videos, uploading them. It takes like 2 hours for each song. So 36 would be like, 72 hours for everything. We don't have them, but we will cover as many as possible. And you know, some things are just not. It's impossible for me to cover. There are some songs in the actual language which is like too hard for me to speak.
Yeah,
Or
sure.
some songs like the Spanish entry, this Ea. It's a very interesting song, but the mixture of musical elements with modern and urban beats mixed with folkloristic stuff and the arabesque things and
Yeah.
and it's so much sound design in the voice. It's something I wouldn't even know how to start covering that on a piano with the voice. So
Sure.
I'm sorry to say it, I'd love to, but it's maybe I get an idea, but so far I think the Spanish entry might be a song which I wouldn't know how to cover. But there are many others, at least 15 or maybe even 20. And if we have the time, we try to do as many as possible.
So you've heard all the songs competing this year,
Yes.
and have you got any favorite ones?
Yeah, I try to stay away from it as long as possible until every entries were public, and then you have this Eurovision video where every entry is like shown for 30 seconds, and I watched it and did a reaction video which is being released in a couple of days. So I had the chance to get like a very fresh impression on all songs in total, and I managed to stay away from all the songs until that moment. And the first two things which I liked most was Israel and Estonia.
Oh wow!
For two different reasons. Estonia was the only song where I got goosebumps instantly. I watched it, I was like, whoa, whoa! It made me. It felt so. It really moved me. I was nearly crying. The chorus, I could really deeply feel.
You felt it.
Yeah, really. And Israel, I don't even know why. I watched the video and something. It was something fascinating about it. It felt a little like the first time I saw a Lady Gaga video in 2007. I was like, wow. I like it, but I don't really know why. So far it's Israel and Estonia.
Yeah, it's unpredictable. It's real. So
It's the power of the unicorn.
Yeah, it is. Maybe it is. Yeah, I mean the chorus is great. Obviously, she is stunningly beautiful, but it wasn't about her visuals and the chorus. I just like the mixture, and something in her voice touched me. And afterwards, I went on her Spotify and listened to some of her songs in, I think it's Hebrew. Like, and you hear this urban rap, R&B, pop thing with a Hebrew language, which sounded so weird and beautiful at the same time. I really liked it. Super cool.
nice. So just to end up the interview, we wanted to thank you for your video for our pre-party. Yes, I have watched it.
Sorry to say, I'm really
Yeah.
sorry. We can't come. You know, we when we were chosen for the German finals, we were so sure that we were not gonna win. So we had the South American tour going, and the thing is, our time at the moment is so limited because we have this tour,
Yeah.
and we cannot cancel the tour. There's like people in Mexico, Argentina, Chile, and Brazil who bought tickets, and we cannot let them down. So I'm really
That's
sorry.
fine.
Would have loved to come to the pre-party.
Yeah, we totally understand, and we wanted to thank you from the bottom of our hearts for making this performance, and that I'm sure the audience will love it because it will be broadcasted during the concert as
Oh,
if you were there.
Thank you. That's so nice to hear. Thank you.
So thank you very much.
Yeah, and have a great evening, and thanks for the invitation to your live stream.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Chris.
Thanks
Thank
a
you.
lot.
Bye.
See you.
Bye bye.